And it's Ken Kreitzer for Sons of American Legion Radio at West Point. I have a chance to talk to Brian Riley, head coach of Army Hockey, after a 4-2 win over Canisius. Coach, you got ahead 3-0, and then it kind of got interesting there in the third period. What are you thinking in the third period?
Well, I was thinking, why do we make it so hard on ourselves at times? But, this is a big win. We needed this. We've been in a lot of close games recently, and I've kind of been on the other side, and we had a good meeting this morning where our guys, I think, were determined to make sure that we walked out of this rink tonight, that we found a way to get a W, and we did that, and I'm proud of our guys.
We got a burst in the second period, 2 goals inside of 24 seconds from Colin Billick. One a night's play from Matt Berkowitz and Brett Adelnur. And then a shot, and then a play right off the face-off after that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, you know what? Big power play goal. The one thing about Colin is he can really shoot a puck. And when that puck was on his stick, he picked the corner there. And then the next shift out, he's a goal scorer. The puck was on his stick, off his stick. And so getting those first 2 goals, I think, were a huge momentum boost for us.
You got a goal later in, the beginning of the third period from Mason Kruger. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, you know what, Krug's I think their goalie might want to have it back. He just got inside the blue line, but we've been telling our guys to throw pucks on the net, and you know what? He did, and he was rewarded.
Well, we could see that. You had 16 shots in the second period, 12 in the third. Is that just, as one of the players was saying, when you've been in a frustrating period, sometimes the best thing is just to shoot the puck at the net?
For sure. You know what? Offensively, we've been struggling a little bit, and we talked a lot about that last night and this morning. It's just finding a way to get pucks on the net. Just keep funneling pucks to the net, and if you do that, you know what? Eventually, hopefully, some of these pucks will find a way to get into the back of the net.
And you did on the 5-on-3 power play. Canisius was able to make a break and score. What happens in a situation like that?
Well, that was just a bad play on our part. You can't give up a shorthanded goal in that situation and in a 3-1 game. But the good news is our guys responded right back. Chris Soucy had a lot of poise, or Brendan Soucy had a lot of poise. It's great to have him back because he scored a lot of big goals for us, and that was a huge goal tonight.
Certainly gave you a little bit of breathing room, certainly after last night being when you had to score late in the period. It seemed like your defense was pretty strong tonight and giving a lot of protection to your goaltender, Trevin Kozlowski.
Yeah, you know what? I thought our D did a good job. I think they only had 16 shots, so anytime you can keep a team under 20, that says a lot about your D-core and you know what, how they're hard to play against, which I thought our D were very, very good tonight.
Very good. Now, we were talking a little bit with Colin Billick today, and he talked about the time he spent in junior several years and the adjustment to then coming here to West Point and taking 22 credits in his first semester plus the military duty that everybody does here. What is that like for your players on your team to play junior hockey and then come into an institution like West Point?
Well, that's so different about college hockey is all of our players graduate from high school or prep school, and then they go play 2 or 3 years of juniors. So, you know what? They're smart kids. They don't get dumb because they play junior hockey, but all of a sudden you come to West Point and it kind of hits you right between the eyes, like sitting in a classroom here at West Point. You're truly student athletes, but I give our guys a lot of credit. You know, our guys do a great job in the classroom. We have great support here at West Point. You have to not want to be successful at West Point not to be successful because there's so many people that are here to help you. But our situation is definitely a little bit different with these guys coming out of junior hockey and being out of the classroom for a couple of years.
Yes. Now you got one game next weekend. You go out to Boston and play Bentley, and then you go out to play at Mercyhurst. Season down to a month. What do you have to do to make a strong run at the playoffs?
Well, you know, the big thing is what I always say: find a way to come up with something every weekend, and that's why it was so important tonight that we found a way to put some points in the bank because you see how close all these teams are, and I think you want to try to put yourself in a situation where you can get a bye, which is 1 through 5. in that first round, because if you're playing in that first round, I mean, it's going to be a tough battle. So biggest thing, like I said, is trying to come up with something and feeling good about our game as we head into the playoffs.
Coach Brian Riley at West Point, congratulations on the win. Always good to chat with you about your college hockey team here at West Point.
All right, great talking to you, Ken. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. This is Ken Kreitzer for Sons of American Legion Radio at West Point.